and welcome to Studio B. Another rare Tuesday night unboxing or broadcast, if you will. I usually do the league on Tuesday nights, but as you probably heard in my walk video today, if you saw it, there was threatening a lot of rain today. So I canceled tonight, and of course it didn't rain at all. But the last time I didn't cancel, and we did get rain. So no matter which way I go, I'm going to be wrong. But anyway, so welcome here on a Tuesday night. We have an unboxing here tonight. Pretty excited about this one as well. And hope everybody's doing well. And let's just get right down to it, shall we? This kind of goes along with everything that's been going on here on the channel as far as what I've been playing, what I've been doing, what I've been talking about. So let's just go overhead, and we have this beauty here, this beautiful white box. It's a beauty. But, oh boy, my camera is certainly off. I've been trying to adjust my camera here, and I'm not doing a very good job of it. So, well, let's just get right into it, shall we? I was going to take that off like that. And will that just opened? Will that just open? No, not really. Oh, yeah, there we go. I always get nervous when I see the one piece of tape, and that's the only thing keeping this together. When I worked in the packing room, I'd go this way, and I'd go this way, and I'd go this. I never wanted that sucker to open. I really didn't. And when I see the one piece of tape here, I know it saves a lot of money, but holy cow, it's like that's all that's keeping this from going crazy. So, all right, let's see if we can open this up here. And what's in it? What's in it? There we go. All right, so yes, it is another package from APBA, and let's see. So first off, I have 2 decks of the fast action cards. Oh, it even comes on a nice little elastic. I like when I get elastics. So I have 2 decks of the fast action cards. So now that gives me four fast action card decks here, and so I do like that. Let me just fix my camera here a little bit. And so that is that. I have some cards here. What is this? What is this? This is. No, I didn't. Yeah, I guess. It is. I'll have to zoom in on that, but it is an MLS season, and it has Miami. It's not football. It is soccer. Yes, it is. It is soccer. So I picked up 2001 MLS, and oh boy, what is this? What is this? These are some envelopes here. What is this? What is this? I have Argentina 2018 World Cup set. So yes, so if all goes well in this package right here, we have the 2018 World Cup card set. So let's break this down, shall we? So let me zoom it in here, and we'll take a look at what we got. So the fast action cards, again, that's something that don't really need to take a look at. We've already done that. In fact, I might what I might do before this video's over, I might talk about the fast action cards, kind of get a 2-for-1 video, if you will. Okay, so we'll put the envelopes over here, and guess what? I dropped envelopes. I've dropped so much here on the channel lately, it's not even funny. I dropped, dice, I dropped pens, I dropped everything. It's unbelievable. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to show you here. I did print out the groupings here. Let me just back off a little bit on the iris, okay? So this is why I got, this is the 2018. In fact, let me make a note here. This is a 2018 World Cup, okay? Let me say hi to people in the chat. First off, Barbara comes by, and Mr. Gus. Alan, good to see you, Alan. And, of course, Andy comes by. Andy, I got to get with you on possibly some soccer co-op. I know. It pains me to say that, And Scott comes by as well. And Jason as well. Hi, Jason. Good to see you. And good call on that manufacturer. Yeah, I had 2 decks, and I was kind of ripping through them pretty quick, and I'll show you how I use the fast action cards. Mr. Double G comes by, and so you get that, was it the 55 season in Strat Pocket Pennant Run and season ticket. Yeah, you guys like that one there. It is Soccer Mania. It's like Marca Mania, but it's Soccer Mania, And you like the sets? Yeah, I'm going to explain why I got them, I know. More soccer? Yes, ID. It is more soccer. I'm sorry. Someone called the Men in Black. It's got some virus in my brain. That's a funny one. Yeah. Well, let me show you what I got here, because I was looking at the World Cup sets, and not that I know anybody really here, but you know me, I like to play bizarre teams, right? So let me just come in just a pinch more here. So look what we got here, right? We have Egypt, right? We have Iran, Iceland. I really want to play Iceland. They got one draw, right? Egypt lost all three. Iran was 1-1-1. We have Costa Rica. Panama. Panama's in here. Some places I never even heard of. Senegal. Don't know that. South Korea's in here. But these are all like really fun teams. Australia. I can't wait to play Iceland. I don't know why. I just want to play Iceland. I do. I want to play Iceland. And I think it's going to be a fun time. And you know me, I like the odd teams and the bad teams, but I think it would be fun. I'm trying to think who won this one. I think France was the winner here. And so, I mean, to have France play Iceland just to see what happens, because you know how I like to play Bruins and Seals and the Scouts and the Canadians, just to kind of get that out of the way. But it still would be fun to play like France and Brazil, and Sweden's up here as well. So I think there's 32 teams. So I got 4 times 8. Yeah, that's 32 teams. So there's a lot of cards in this set here, and we'll go through that real quick. So that's why I wanted to do 2018 World Cup. They didn't have any other ones. 2014 would have been really fun, but they didn't have that. So I got 2018. Ironically, someone said, hey, I went to the Apple website and 2018 World Cup's out of stock. I guess I got the last one, because when I ordered it, I ordered this whole thing. I ordered, the MLS. I ordered the World Cup, and then I ordered the 2 extra decks of fast action cards, like in the morning, and it was shipped that night. So they got it right out. So, but here's the league table. It just kind of shows you how many matches were played. So all these teams basically, I don't know what GR means. Obviously, that's the top rankings there of the teams that played late in the tournament. But here's the qualifying round, the quarterfinals, and the round of 16. So it looks like 16 teams. Like those are the best teams. And then, so these are the teams that look like they get bumped and didn't make it into the round of 16. Is that what they call it? I'm not sure about how they call that. So these are the teams I really want to play, the bad teams, Tunisia's and the Peru's and stuff like that. And then, of course, I'll play some of the better teams too. And I was kind of thinking about just playing like a half. Even though I got it playing pretty quick, like I would say pretty quick, it's like an hour 15. But I take my time. I'm in no hurry when I play this game. For some reason, this game doesn't feel like a long time. It just is, but it doesn't feel like a long time. Whereas the football, when I play Apple football and some second season football, it just does feel like a long time, because it's like 2 or 3 hours. This goes pretty quick. This even feels quicker than like when I play hockey. For some reason, hockey, maybe it's because of the 3 periods. Like I get through 1 period, like holy cow, I'm tired, But so yeah, I'm looking forward to playing. Again, I got 32 teams here to play, and I get them into different groups if I want, or I could just mix and match. Part of me was thinking of just playing, like I say, just like a half or something like that. So let's do the MLS first, okay? Because there's only 12 teams here, and in the MLS, what ended up happening is Miami Fusion, they finished in first, but they didn't make it to the finals. It was the 5th place Earthquakes from San Jose, who made it on the channel the other night in my 2019 game against Montreal. They ended up going all the way as the 5th seed, and they won it. So out of the 12 teams, they were seed number 5, and they won all the way. So that'd be kind of fun to maybe try to recreate that, right? Well, let's take a look at what's in here. And again, this is 12 teams worth of players here, but it's not a lot of players, which is kind of good, I think. All right, so let's get that here. There we go. Okay. So we have the stack of cards, right, over here. Let's put that over there, and let's just kind of do something like this. All righty. So I like to put them away. So I'll just rip through the players real quick here. See if you guys know anybody. This is 2001, so this is a while back. So Mickey Rooney, Mastroeni. I'll just kind of go through them like this. Brecky. Actually, I can't. Pineda, Bishop, Marshall, Cerna, Lamosa. Right, we're gonna have some Lamosas here. McKinley. Sounds like a politician. Avalanche, Bialik, Heaps, Cullen. I like to get to the goalies and see who the goalies are. Marino. I know a Marino in my hockey league. Is that Bendit like Becker? Is that Becker? Is that the Becker I should know? What's his offense? 0. That's probably not Bendit like Beckham. Okay, so Ramondo is a goalkeeper. Cassar is a goalkeeper. And that is that. So that is your Miami. And what would they call it? Were they the Hurricane? No, not the Hurricane. The Fusion. The Miami Fusion. So that is that with the Miami Fusion. Now, Tampa Bay, I want to call them the Tampa Bay Rowdies, right? But they're not the Tampa Bay Rowdies. They're the Tampa Bay, is it the Bandits? Mutiny, Tampa Bay Mutiny. They were last place. They only had 4 wins. 4-2-21 is what it was. Oh, I'm behind in the chat here. We got no rain, and we canceled the games for nothing. USA, no USA in this one, yeah. Yeah, they were still on the way up. Oh, buckets of rain for Double G, yeah. And France beat Croatia, says Mark. Okay, that's good to know. And okay, GR equals didn't make it out of the group phase. Okay, Ben, thank you for that. And groups in World Cup are pure random draw from the qualifiers. Like better seeds don't get better. Groups, it's all based on the draw. All right, that's good to know. Scott says, I looked up MLS on Wikipedia and their playoff format is way beyond my understanding. Well, it looked like it was 1-8 in this year anyway. It might be different now. And okay, yeah, it was the Mutiny. Okay, so this is the Tampa Bay Mutiny I'm looking at here. So Quill, Barclay. Now, let me come over here, right? This guy here. There was a Diallo I was playing. He's from Senegal. I had a Diallo on my table the other day, and I don't know if he was playing for Montreal. I don't know if it's the same guy or not, but I had a Diallo on the table. We have Keller, Adonova, Curtis, Devin, Trichku. How would I say that? That's from Illinois. That's an American guy. Trichu, bless you. Cartes, Denton. Well, now these guys, there's a lot of guys on this team. Now, that's one thing I noticed is that in a lot of these APA games, the worst teams had more guys, probably because they were so bad. They just started throwing around, bodies here at the end, like offense 0, So guys like that. So our goaltenders, how many goaltenders here? So 2 goaltenders, Garlic and Brown. Now, just to compare, I could be very wrong here. So there's a few more guys. I'm trying to compare Miami and Tampa Bay here. So Tampa Bay had a few more guys. I know I know a lot of times, especially with the basketball, when I was playing bank shot basketball, if you found a bad team, they had a ton of guys because they just, they were so bad they were just bringing up guys late in the season, And conversely, anytime you have the Yankees, they have a ton of guys too, like a ton of guys, because it just seems like they, they would just bring in the best guys. So by the end of the season, they had all the best guys, Yeah, isn't that crazy, Ben? 2001 was 25 years ago. Like, was that Y2K? Right? We got to be careful about Y2K. Remember that whole thing? That was incredible. And, hang on, Cutter. I'm not saying that I'm liking soccer, but I am trying to open my arms up a little bit and my palate a little bit. Maybe, is that the right word? I'll take a look at Colorado here. This is were they the Rapids? Yes, the Colorado Rapids, and they were terrible too. They were second to last place. And so we'll just kind of take a look at some of these guys here. Oh, look at that. Rocky Balboa. Bravo, bravo. And so this is more Colorado. I'm kind of just ripping through it to make sure that the teams are together. I like to do that before I put them away. Oh, look at that. They get Shaq played for. I know Shaq played everywhere, you know. I didn't. Did I say banana? I don't know if I said banana. Kramer's a goaltender. Garlick's another goaltender. There's another Garlick over here, right? And Brown. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, hang on a sec. Hang on. Hang on. Look at that. So, look at that. So we have Scott Garlick, right, and Brown. And they're on two different teams here, right? So we got Tampa Bay Garlic, right, and Colorado Garlic. So maybe they played for two teams? Must be, right? Did they? I wonder if they traded goalies. Or if they, I might, let me, hang on a sec here. Now, you know, I'm interested here now. So let's, oh, they were the last place teams. So, let's see. Let's go the players here. So, they did have Brown. And if I click on Brown in 2001, yes, he played with both teams, finished with Tampa Bay. And I wonder if the other guy, who was the other guy? Garlic, Scott Garlic, a goalkeeper. He started with Tampa Bay and went to Colorado. So they kind of did a little flip-flop there. So there must have been a goalie trade. Pretty interesting, you know? Yeah, Shaq was playing. I bet you didn't know that Shaq played soccer, Scott, right? That's one thing you learn here on the channel, that Shaq played on many teams. In fact, he did play for the Colorado Rapids here. So now we have, now this would be Marco's team. Where is Marco when you need him? So here's the Chicago. Let's see what Chicago is. It's the Chicago Fire. I'm on fire. That's what it is. Chicago Fire here. They were not a good team either. They were, second place. And they didn't make it to the finals, but that is that. So, and that's a good point. You can enjoy the gameplay of the board game and not enjoy watching the sport itself. That's a pretty good point. I will say that I have been watching soccer because I'm trying to get idea on what to do with my loose balls and my control in my game. And so watching some of these games really has helped. I will say that. Watching the games on TV has helped a little bit. And it gives me an idea, too, like when people score goals, I've watched a lot of goals, and it's been kind of fun to say, oh, the goalkeeper collides into the defender. This guy has an empty net. Can he put it in? Goal! So it's not always just a shot and the goalie misses it. All kinds of crazy stuff happens. So now I can kind of come up with all that stuff in my mind and try to have a good time with it. So so it's not that I don't enjoy watching it because I'm trying to. It's just I never really did. But yes, you can enjoy playing on the table and not really, it's better if you like the sport. But again, I know a lot of people that don't know much about hockey, and they play hockey and they like it. They like playing it their way. I was going to ask, what are you asking? What are you asking? Shaq would dunk it over the crossbar. Imagine that, right, going in with the dunk. Yep. So that's what he would do here. All right. So Chicago, we got Henry Ring is the goaltender, and Zach Thornton. So we have a couple of goaltenders here. Prince Megan. I'm just checking to see. Chicago. How do you say it? Vaudreuil? I'm not sure how to say that one. Razoff, Beasley. Remember Mrs. Beasley from Family Affair? Stoichkov. Wait, now where's he from? Stoichkov is from Bulgaria. It's the Stoichkov. From California. Peter Nowak. I wonder if he's related to Hank Nowak. Tony Armas. James Brown here. Charles Brown. I feel good. and Beasley again, and Kovalenko, and Marsh. So here we go. So that is the Chicago Fire. I'm on fire, and they're a second place team in the 2001 MLS. All right, and now let's take a look at the next team on the list, and we're almost at the champs. We don't have the champs yet, but we're almost there. This is the Metro Stars, and I don't really know where they would play. I'm assuming DC Metro. Would that be Metro Stars? If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure. And Jason says, I'm like that with golf. I like games better than watching it or playing it. Jason, I really like watching golf. I will say that, like this weekend, I watched a lot of golf. And Chicago Fire, Scott says, yeah. I really like watching golf. In fact, I watch any kind of golf. And I was watching the seniors play this weekend. And what I really liked about it was it was getting close. There was one guy in the clubhouse, and he was tied for the lead or one stroke back, and he was just waiting to see if he was going to be in the playoff. And he waited like 2 hours to see if he's going to be in the playoffs. And the guy finally, I don't know if he birdied or if he parred the last hole to win it. But I was like pulling for, I like the overtime in golf, and they just keep playing. I think that's kind of fun. But I like watching golf, and you watch the guys fall apart at the end, or the other guys kind of, make a couple of birdies and get back into. So I like watching golf. And Ben says, my big thing into not getting into a soccer game, I like watching it as a casual observer. See, that I do too, but not tuned into the strategy tactics of the game. And that's what I like about non-hockey games is I can watch a non-hockey game, and it's a good time because I'm not worried about all the things. Like even football, like when I watch American football, I don't know the cover two from the Tupperware cover. I just watch the game, and I just enjoy the game for what it is, and don't get too worked up about it. Because if I do, then I'm going to see all the ins and outs, and it's going to ruin it for me. So I do like just watching games for fun. And the basketball is the same way. I don't know anything about the basketball. I don't know who's open. That's why I think it was Strat. It's like if you're open, you get a shot. I don't know if you're open. I don't know. And that's why a game like Bank Shot Basketball is perfect for me because I don't have to worry about that. I just flip the card and follow the game. And if the guy's open, he's open, but I don't have to know and I don't have to care because he's just going to either get a shot or not get a shot. So what do we got here with the Metro Stars? But yes, I like just kind of following along and not having to worry about it. And again, it makes it enjoyable for me. Like when I play basketball, especially bank shot, I can enjoy it. And even if it's completely wrong, I wouldn't know. I just play and have a good time. Obviously, if Larry Bird can't score, then I'll know that. And if Dr. J can't score, then I'll know that something's wrong. But I mean, that never really happens. All right, so these are the Metro Stars. We have Chung, Villegas, Perez, Williams. Like I said, you guys might know some of these guys. Again, 25 years ago. Again, I probably know none of them. But it's okay. I mean, this was a small set. It wasn't that expensive. And so I was like, so now I have 2001 and I have 2019, thanks to Ryan, as we have our goalkeepers here, Howard and the Countess. Oh, we're going to have to play the Countess, that's for sure. So I have a couple MLS seasons. I have the all-time great set number 2, which is also out of stock. Don't blame me; it's out of stock. If there was a run on it, don't blame me. It just happens. So a few things like that were kind of fun. Okay. In 2018's World Cup, I might have got the last one. I mean, they're never out of stock. That's what's great about APBA, is that they will they'll put it back in stock. That's what I like about APBA. All righty, so we have the goaltender here, John Conway and Joseph Cannon. Those are our goalkeepers here. So everyone has 2 goalkeepers. The Kraken's going to be here. Jenny Bros, Mrs. Robinson, Eddie Bauer, the Whiskey A Go-Go, Conrad, Corrales, Razio, Eklund, Donovan, Agooz, Mr. Magoo. Okay, no disrespect, just having fun here. Mulrooney, Barrett. I wonder if he's related to Reroll, right, Raymond? Cerritos, Isbin, the Yak, Russell and Lagos. So that is the champion team. That is San Jose. That is our championship team. So we will have to get the championship team here on the channel as well, right? And next up, we have what are we doing here? There we go. Okay. We have Los Angeles, and Los Angeles was the Galaxy, right? Yeah, the LA Galaxy. They finished third, and I think they were the ones that went to the finals against. Let me look here. Yeah, the Earthquakes beat the Galaxy 2-1 in the finals, and I think it's one game playoffs. It's not like a best of three or anything. I don't think, right? Not in the MLS, not ever. I think it's all a one game, like football. I think. And Lake Effect comes by. Good to see you. I use that same approach to auto racing. I love red, white, and blue racing. I can't stand watching NASCAR. I'm not at Lake Effect. I'm not a big NASCAR game. Oh, and he says also hello. It's always good to say hi. I'm not a big NASCAR guy. Okay, but and I have red, white, and blue, and it actually I had a hard time. I mean, the game was fun, but some things I couldn't relate to because I just don't know enough about NASCAR. So I probably would enjoy it more if I knew more about NASCAR. That being said, the game is fine. I should probably pull it out again and play it. I will watch NASCAR, and I haven't lately, but in the summer, when it's in the summer and it's a Saturday night, I like watching the night NASCAR. There's something just kind of relaxing, like when they're in Florida at night, when they race at night in Florida or wherever. It's just relaxing. It's almost like watching a college football Saturday night, at night, with the it just looks, it's calming to me. I can watch them at night, when they got the lights on. It's just, to me, it's very, very calming. All right, so we have the LA Galaxy here. And Christopher comes in too. So what does Christopher say? That is so true. I don't follow stock car racing at all, and I know nothing about it. But the times I played red, white, and blue, it's enjoyable. Yeah, and that's what we can do. And people laugh about the soccer, and I don't know how to play it. You're right. I don't know much about soccer. I do now, thanks to, Tebow and Ryan and Marco Sunday night. But I'm enjoying it as a casual player. And I'm really enjoying it as a casual player. And that's one of the things I think I asked, I don't know if it was Marco or Ryan, I says, do you think it's possible that I can enjoy this because I just don't know enough about soccer? And they're like, yeah, I think so. So our goaltenders for the Galaxy are Reese and Hartman. Okay. So we have some guys here. Caligula's on the team, right? Quijano, Hernandez, Bardales, Vivani, Hendrickson. What's kind of neat is to see where everybody's from. He's from St. Vincent and Grenadines, and this guy's from California. That guy, also California, a lot of Oregon. Michigan for Jones. New York for Ching. Hawaii for Mullen. Michigan, California, and New Mexico for Adam Fry for the LA Galaxy. And what's kind of neat, too, is on the reference sites, the soccer reference site, they have the matchups, and I think they even have the starting lineups and the formations. And boy, that is great. It really is. It's for a guy like me, for a man like you, right? Let's see, what do we got? Alrighty, so now we have the New England Revolution, and I actually went to the Revolution website to see if they're playing and how much tickets are. And tickets are anywhere from like $50 to $300 if you want. I'm thinking about maybe checking out a game. Marco says go to a game. They got a game coming up in a couple of Saturdays, and if I don't know, I got to check like on parking and stuff like that. But part of me thought about going out and checking it out. I've only been to Gillette a couple of times, and it's cool that it's leading to an appreciation of the sport. That's awesome. Yep, it does. And New York City's the Metro Stars, Gus. I'm a little behind in the chat. Vancouver checking in. I don't have a Vancouver team, unfortunately here, Joshua, but the Metro Stars. Okay. Okay. And Sean says Winalda you showed on the previous team was an all-time U.S. great. Okay. Well, that's kind of why I'm flipping through here. So you guys, if there's somebody here that you see, kind of like in baseball, if I do an old baseball season, I don't really know some of the guys. But just let me know if somebody jumps out at you as a decent player here. So we got the goaltenders for New England, Somar and Savagnin. Don't really know them. Oh, and another guy, Fernando. Right. 4 goaltenders for New England. Wow. Jeff Causey, 4 goaltenders here. Vargas Aguilera, Beasley. You know, they talk a lot about nowadays. They do the Revolution. Back in the day, not so much, but now the Revolution get some decent coverage on the news here. Sad Oko. I thought that was Samsung, right? Kluche from Kansas. Nashua, New Hampshire, we have Jay Heaps. That's pretty wild, right up the street from me. Chronopolis. And Woods is Maryland. Toronto for that guy. Jamaica, Harris. Brazil for Kate. I'm going to call him Kate. That's not Kate. That would be Kate, right? Wow, where is this? Antioquia. I don't even know where Remedios Antioquia is. But he's on the team. Texas, the Woodlands. I know what a Texas is. And that is that. So that is the New England team. So we're almost done all the teams here. Let me get back to the chat. I'm falling behind in the chat, by the way. But this is fun. So I guess this is a small MLS season. This is 2001, and there's only 12 teams. So it's kind of manageable if I wanted to do some sort of a tournament with these guys here. Metro Stars was New York, New Jersey. They became the Red Bulls. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Thanks for letting me know that so I can kind of follow along with the team, right? Ben also says, just give it a shack and have him dunk it. How many college degrees do you need to figure that out? Right. Just give it a shack. They're in my hometown in Blaine. And I'm alone and watching golf. Oh, yeah, I'm not alone watching golf. It's huge on TV. Yeah, I've liked watching golf since I was a kid on TV. And I remember, on the weekends, Sundays, we go to my dad's. And he would, go to different places, different people's houses. And, I depending on the day, if it was a rainy day, cold day, whatever it was, and I didn't want to go outside, wherever we were, I'd sit and I'd watch golf with him. And it was fun, back in the 70s and 80s, and some of the classic guys that were there. It was just fun watching them. I always liked the approach shot, like when they're approaching the green. Even when I played, and I haven't played in a long time, that was my favorite shot. If I could just put the medium drive in the fairway, then I could plop it on the green. I used to love plopping it on the green. I really did. If I want an EPL set, let me know. Yes, I do. I mean, I'll be well, let me know what you got. I'd be interested in checking it out. Again, I'm enjoying playing this here, so I'll play just about anything I got here because I'm enjoying it so much. Kansas City. So was it? What was the Kansas City team? The Wizards. Interesting. The Kansas City Wizards. So those are our goalies, Miola and Oshani. And here are some of the other guys. B.J. Johnson. Green, and from Texas. I like seeing where they're from, actually. Missouri, a hometown guy. That could be kind of fun, too, if I'm playing this game. Goes to the hometown guy, right? Jamaica, from Jamaica. Scotland. It's Johnston from Scotland. And this guy from Trinidad. Marlborough, Massachusetts. I've done a lot of work in Marlborough, Massachusetts. California for Gomez. D.C. for Lassiter. New Jersey. Seattle for Prideaux. Missouri, another local guy. Portland, Oregon, Brown. Texas for Garcia. And another local guy, McKeon, for Kansas City. Good times here. This is kind of fun. I like seeing where the guys are from. I don't know how many years before this the MLS was around. I think, was it 96 that the MLS started? Yeah, 96. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is year 6 of the league. So it is kind of fun pulling out year 6. All righty. So we have Dallas here now. And Dallas was the Dallas Burn. 7th place, Dallas Burn. Okay. They can't trade Shaq, but they're cutting down a redwood. Now, where did Shaq go? He went to where did he go? New Jersey or something like that. Where did Shaq? 'Cause Shaq's played for every team in the league, and I forget where he went on his last journey. And Ben says Physio would have definitely come to the field to tend them trying to do that. You guys, I'm sorry, you were talking to Scott on that one. Randy comes by. Randy, how was the game? I saw your little video at the ballpark the other night. It looks like you were having a fun time. And yeah, you're playing the A's. Yeah, they're not the 74 A's. What I did, Randy, is I got the 2001 MLS, and then I'm going to go through this next, the 2018 World Cup set. This is huge, by the way. But that's what I got here. So I'm just kind of going through some of the teams here. Randy's a Minnesota guy. Yep. And Ben says used to travel to the Twin Cities for cribbage. Oh my gosh, Scrabble and darts. I love cribbage. I haven't played cribbage. I probably played it 5 times since my grandparents died. We would play every weekend cribbage all summer long. All right, so Snitko from California and Colorado for Michael Jordan here, right? So Michael Jordan's here in the game. Montreal, Quebec for that guy. Pennsylvania. This is Dallas, by the way, so we got a Florida guy. Illinois. West Springfield, Massachusetts. There we go. The Ukraine. This guy came a long way to play football. Mexico. That's not too far from Texas. Czechoslovakia. There's a local guy from Dallas, Texas here, playing for Dallas. Paul Broom. Bolivia here. Boy, there's nobody local. Buffalo, New York for Dade. South Africa. Colombia. El Salvador. Argentina. Nebraska. And then another Plano, Texas guy here. It's kind of fun seeing where the guys are from. I really enjoy seeing this because soccer's more worldwide than, say, well, hockey's a little worldwide too, but soccer's way more worldwide, if you know what I mean. All righty, so last couple of teams before I jump on to the World Cup set. And I'm not going to probably go through everybody in the World Cup. We'll just take a look at the teams. But, okay, so this is D.C. So we have the Metro Stars, which we said was New York, New Jersey, right? So we do have D.C. United, and I think it's just D.C. United, right? Yeah, they were 10th place that year. 8-2-16, so not that good. Not that good at all. All right, so let's see who's on. I'm going to get back to the chat here. Randy likes tubing. I haven't tubed in a long time. Rob comes by, quick check-in. Dragged you to a Shakespearean production tonight. I think that's good, right? Is that a good thing? And the cities have a wonderful gaming culture. Cool. Was that Alexi Lalas? Was he on the Revolution? That's the only guy I remember back in the day. I just don't know how far. I went by him. Was he on New England? Sean? That's the one guy I would know. I'm not sure what team he's on. What team was he on when I went by him here? I'm behind on the chat by about 8 or 9 minutes, by the way. The second card you showed for New England said Kansas City on the top. Okay, let me back up. Second card for New England. Okay. Let's see here. New England. Oh, you're right. Kansas City. Good catch. See, that's why you guys are here to help me out. All right. So now Lawless did play on New England, right? So what team was he on here? Now, I would have known that name. That's the one name I would know. And so I need to play him. I don't know if he was on New England at one point. I just don't know if he's still with them. And I'm behind in the chat. I'll have to check that out. All right, so he's not in New England here in 2001, but nice catch on that, by the way, on the Kansas City. I kind of was going through that kind of quick. Okay. Lawless was on the broadcast crew this year, and there was some friction behind the scenes. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so let me just get this out of the way. Yeah, did you see that, Gus? I don't know what I was on Spreaker today, and it said we reached a milestone, and I don't know how long ago that was, because it said congrats on over 250 uploads, and that was 70 episodes ago. But yeah, 150,000 downloads of the podcast. So yeah, yep. I'm not Howard Finkel. I don't think, And Miola is World Cup goalie. Okay, so there's a few guys in here. I'm not sure if they have this or not. You probably need to go to the website and check it out. They have a lot more soccer than you'd think, but they don't have everything, He's almost a field goal kicker. That's interesting. The Dallas Burn is now just the Football Club Dallas. Yeah, that's what's kind of weird about soccer is they have these really weird names, Okay, Shaq was in Cleveland, Boston, and Phoenix. Shaq played with the Celtics? I don't remember Shaq with the Celtics. Oh, yeah, the Twins got the win. Good job. Good job, Randy. All right, let me flip through these here. So we have Bolivia, Colorado. This is D.C. So we got a Tennessee. New Zealand checks in. North Carolina. Sierra Leone. I don't know where it is, but I've heard of it. Philadelphia, Florida, Nevada. England. Kansas City here for this guy. St. Louis, another Philadelphia guy. Baltimore, Maryland, here in D.C. Vancouver, where's Joshua? Do you know this Mark Stewart Watson guy? He's right up your area in Vancouver. We have a Virginia. We have a Peru. We have another El Salvador. Pittsburgh, PA. Local guy, Judah Cooks, Washington, D.C. Another guy, Micah Cooks. You think they're related? They're 4 or 5 years apart. And the goaltenders are Homer Simpson and Amon, both U.S. born. So, one last team to go, and then we'll get to the World Cup teams. And it's 2018 World Cup team, so you guys will probably know a bunch of those guys. So this is the last team, the Columbus, I want to say it's the Crew. Yes, the Columbus Crew, and they were fourth place, so they lost to the Earthquakes, and the Earthquakes went on to win it, 2018, Russia's last time in the World Cup before their current ban. Oh, they are banned? And the last time the United States didn't even qualify for the tournament. Oh. Well, this is what I printed out. And I think I was showing this earlier. So, where is Russia? Oh, yeah, here they are, right? Russia's in Group A. 2-0-1 for Russia. And then how did they do? Did they make it? Oh, they got to the quarterfinals. Right? That ain't too bad. They got to the quarterfinals. So they couldn't have been that bad. And Sean said he watched the 2026 World Cup on TSN. DC is still DC United. There's a few that are still the same that have lasted a long time, actually, I could do that too, make the world teams if I wanted to. Yeah, if I wanted to get crazy to see where they're from. That's not a bad idea, Sean. Right? Is to to look and see where they're from and maybe find states. Like if I could get 11 guys and a goalie from Indianapolis, right? Or I could just kind of go sections of the country, like an East All-Star team. That's actually not a bad idea at all. It would take some work, but it would be kind of fun just to kind of go through and see if I could, get enough guys from different areas, countries, or something like that. Yep. Lawless was on the Galaxy. Okay. I'll go back and check out L.A. in a minute here. So I have L.A. pulled up. But let's just finish up here. Yeah. You think it's going to get me to 200K? You think? Although I will say that the reception from the soccer people has been really good. I mean, I've gotten so many emails and People have sent me some score sheets and spreadsheets and things like that for the soccer. So there's some people that are generally excited that I'm playing soccer, and I'm having a good time, and that's all that matters. And again, like we were talking earlier, it's if you're having a good time, and just you can enjoy the sport casually. I'm enjoying it. I like the ease of play. I really am. All right, so Indianapolis, a lot of California here, some Michigan, Uganda, and we have Colombia, California, Jamaica, man, Georgia, New Jersey, Illinois again, Maryland, New Zealand, Poland checks in, Trinidad, New Rochelle, New York. Any locals? Bloomington, Indiana, Cape Verde, Trinidad again. Finally, somebody from England, right? From Columbus here. North Carolina, another Bolivia, California, again for the goaltender Doherty. How many goalies? They got 2 goalies. And Minnesota. There you go, Randy. Edina, Minnesota. We have Preston. Prestone. Who needs Prestone, right? That's what we got here. All right, let's go back here real quick, right? And let's check this out. So here are the Galaxy. There he is. Okay. Let's take a look at him here. Alexi Lalas. Yep, there it is. Panayotis. There was a guy, I think it was on the, he's in Michigan. There was a guy, I think he was on the Montreal team last year, and it was Panayotis. That was his last name. So there it is, Alexi. So we'll have to get the Galaxy on here, right? Nice. We will have to get the Galaxy on here. So that is that. That is the 2001 MLS season. So let me just put this, we'll wrap this up here and kind of keep them together till I figure out what I want to do. I probably have a little box I could put them in, but so for right now we have 2001, and we'll put them over here. And now we'll move on to the 2018 World Cup team, right? Teams, I should say. And there's 32 of them. I don't know if I'm going to go through everybody here. If there's a team you want to check out, maybe that's the best thing to do. If there's a team you want me to check out, let me know. Although I should go through everybody. That's what I mean. That's half the fun, right? Is going through everybody. Sometimes. All right, so I like to put them in the boxes here like this, and I can kind of see the front of them. You know it's upside down. I like to see the front of them. All righty, so I have my envelopes here. These are the bigger ones, for whatever reason. So, all right, let me just kind of rip through some of these here. Oh, we start off with Russia. How about that? Interesting. So, yeah, we start off right away with Russia. Now, where's my Russian envelope? Holy cow, I got a lot of teams here. Oh, there's my Iceland. Nice. Holy cow. I've gone through like 30 of these. This is going to be the very last one. You watch. Very last one. Oh, no. I got almost. Almost the very last one. But it wasn't. P-Jet. Yeah, right. No, P-Jet, I'm just having fun. Seriously. The APA, I think it's simpler than APA hockey. It's just kind of fun. It's a different kind of fun. And it's a new, again, let's face it, it's new. It's a new sport for me to follow. It's a new sport for me to play, and I can have fun. We are the Loons today, and we were the Kicks back in indoor soccer leagues. Yeah. Shaq played for Boston. Oh, I'm thinking LeBron, not Shaq. I got them mixed up. Two big honking guys that were so good at basketball. So yeah, sorry, Al, I screwed that up. Yeah, Shaq did play for Boston. Do remember he was tough. It was like when Bill Walton come over. He was kind of old and kind of tough. As Al comes by, good to see you, Al. Al may or may not have come over to the dark side as well. I will let him tell you next time he's on the show. Right? Because who here would not want to see Al Red Sox fan play APA soccer, right? Raise your hand. The Kalamazoo Kangaroos. That's pretty cool. And anybody watch the indoor league? I used to watch some indoor soccer for a while. I did. They're goalkeepers, not goaltenders. You know, when I was playing the game, P-Jet, here on the channel, you know, I was like, score! It's not score, it's goal. You know, so I was watching some of the games on TV last night, and it's like, goal! And like, oh, you know, it's got to, I keep saying score, you know. Randy saw the Kicks back in the day. Did they open up for the Stones? Maybe? Russia hosted that year. They were banned before 2022 because of the Ukraine invasion. Oh, you're right. Hartford had an MISL team. Isn't the MISL in a lot of trouble? Is that what I heard? Is that the MISL or maybe it's another indoor league? They just keep like trying to get it going, and they keep folding teams, and the league folds. It's kind of weird how that happens here. But let's take a look at our goalkeepers. So we have Lunev and Akinfeev. How about that? And then Gabulov. And those are our guys. Yeah, I'm not going to run through the other teams here. I will. Let me just make sure that they're all Russia. So I will do that. And if any names jump out, you can let me know. But I like to touch every card once, because everyone's from Russia here, so there's no surprises. Although with Russia, you never know, right? And I wonder what all the soccer players are doing now that they can't be in the World Cup, right? So I like pronouncing the Russian names. There's a couple of Russian kids that play in the USPHL, and they'll come in sometimes. It's fun saying their names. And it was a kid from Sweden, a couple kids from Sweden, I think, that played up in New Hampshire when I did it. And parents come in. Actually, it was kind of fun. The parents come in all the way from Sweden, actually. And they were like, they wanted to come see me because, like, man, they've been listening to me all year, and they take the trip all the way over here. Says, we got to meet you, Dave. We've been listening to you all year. It's kind of nice when the parents come over and did that. All right, so we got Saudi Arabia here. And how did Saudi Arabia do? Saudi Arabia, they were 1-0-2, so they did not do much at all. Russia played 5 games, 2-2-1. So that's kind of how they did. All right, so let's see the goaltenders here for Saudi Arabia. Eloise, maybe that's how you say it. And then Al-Musalim. Is that how you say that? And then Al-Mayouf. Oh, look at that. Everybody's an Al. Everybody's an Al something. Look at that. No, that guy's not. Al-Kabari. Al-Jassam. Interesting. Al-Mogawi. Al-Faraj. Otef. Eri. Al-Shalawi. Al-Muwalad. That's pretty wild there. Barhibri. Al-Dosari. Al-Bulahi. Interesting. Al-Harbi. Hausawi. Another Hausawi. So you have Osama and Motaz Hausawi. And Al-Brik. Another Hausawi. And Al-Sharani. Pretty wild there. You start learning some different names here as well. So that would be Saudi Arabia. That would be an interesting matchup with Russia, right? So now we want to take a look at our next team. I can get them out of the box. I will fight to get them out of the box. Get out of the box. 2 minutes in the box. Okay, so we're going to get Egypt. And how did Egypt do? Egypt was 0-3. They were second to last next to Panama. So Egypt did not have a good tournament. So you know that they're going to be on the table here. So here's Egypt, right? Over in the chat room here, Buffalo had the Blizzard. I remember the Buffalo Blizzard. Yep. And the Hartford Hellions. Okay. AP comes by. Buffalo Stallions. Interesting. And you had a few cousins with that name there. And nothing like a good unboxing, some roads, right? Yeah, this has been fun. Again, my little soccer journey here. It's been fun. I'm enjoying it. I really am. I don't know how else to say it. I am enjoying it, Jay says, I love all the names. How awesome and fun are these? My goodness, a flashback of fun memories. Yeah, and that's what makes this fun. That's what makes this hobby really fun is the chance to go back and play some of these teams and these names. And, some some you don't know, and that's what makes it kind of fun is to start learning, And let's see here. I need a Cosmos pennant to hang up now that soccer's in the mix. Yeah, I'll go on to eBay and I'll see if I can find some pennants. I like to find the ones that are a little beat up, and stained because they cost less and they're not worth anything. So I'll get them for like $10. Yeah, that's a lot of them behind me are the El Cheapos just because they hang behind me and you guys can't see the stains, right? And I'm not going to be selling them. So a lot of people. They want to name the upcoming Buffalo team the Stallions. Interesting. They're clearly playing Appa soccer now that they have the downtime. Yes, all the Russian guys. Is that what you're talking about, Jason? That's pretty funny, And what are the Russian hockey players doing? Yeah, that they're not in the Olympics. That must kind of suck, that political reasons like that. Yeah, that just sucks. All righty, so we have Muhammad Awad is a goaltender. El Hadari is a goaltender, and Ekram, a goalkeeper. Sorry, P-Jet. And El Shinawi is a goalkeeper. So we have Mahmoud Karaba, Omar Gaber, Saeed, Hamed. Is that Fathi, you think? Sobi, El Neni, Morsi. Again, no disrespect if I get them wrong. I just don't know how to pronounce some of these. But they're all from Egypt. Shikabala. That's a pretty cool name. Motion Salah. Is that Gaber? Ashraf. Samir. Abdel Shafi. Trezeguet. Hegazi. So that is your Egypt team here in the World Cup. And again, I thought about doing like just a little tournament when I play just a half of a game. I think it'd be kind of fun to play a half. And you could probably play a lot more teams that way because the setup is super, super easy. I would just go in to see their last game, who they played, and I would just kind of use that lineup there. Let's see. All the way is Tunisia, Uruguay. There we go. Uruguay. All right, let me get back to the chat here. I'm a little behind in my chat. Sorry about that. You guys are very chatty tonight. Check out Mongolia. Well, how did Mongolia do, Larry? Mongolia on my list. I don't know if they made it here. I don't see a Mongolia on here. Do you guys see Mongolia on here? No, I don't have a Mongolia on here. Unless it's called something different, and if it's a funny joke, then I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out myself. Most fun I've ever had during an unboxing video in forever. We're having a good time here, right? We're having a good time. So, good to see you. Paul, how you been? We're looking at some Appa soccer. I think Paul might have joined the dark side too, right? And Paul, I got in 2 more sets of fast action cards. And I'm going to take a look at these. When I'm done, I'm going to show you what these do. So I might take a look at the fast action cards real quick just to show you how I use them because they make this game. And I know Al, if Al got the game, maybe he got them too. But it's the fast action cards make this game really fly. And, I don't miss going to the charts at all. In fact, I printed out, someone sent me some charts, and I'm not going to say who. A lot of people did. And I said, all I need, aside from the fast action cards, all I need is the defensive chart and the goalie save chart. And somebody put them on one page, and I printed that out, and I put that chart there. So between the fast action cards and that chart, I never have to flip pages again. I just need to stay on the page, the main page, like you do in football and hockey and baseball, just what happens. No more flipping back and forth. So that'll speed up things too. So I got that going for me. Let's see here. Hartford had a nasal team. See if you can find one of those pennants or a Boston nasal team. Okay. I'd like to get one of something I have on the table here. So I'll probably look for some MSL teams, right? All right, so Uruguay here. All right. There we go. Just making sure they're all Uruguay. Sanchez and Vizcaino and Luxalt, Terrario, Cavini. Remember Cavini? That was the Corvini line. Underworld. What was it? They were looking for the guy that was the werewolf. And I thought it wasn't Cavini. It was like Corvini or something from Underworld. All righty. Varela and Silva and Pereira, Caceres, Jimenez, Godin, and Coates. So that is your Uruguay team here in 2018. I think it'd be fun just to take out the best guys and just throw them on the table and play. Not have to worry about it. That's what makes this set. I like this setup. It's kind of quick. Although I play as played, so it takes me a little while longer. And then I like to put the teams into my spreadsheet that I made. I like to type them in there by hand because my handwriting is terrible. So it takes me a few extra minutes to do that, but then it's crystal clear when I come out of the printer with it, right? And oh, look at that. So Paul made a World Cup set for 66, Soccer Blast. And it was on Keith's blog. That is fantastic, Paul. And yeah. You know, I don't have Soccer Blast. Someday I might. But at some point I would like to get it. All right, so let me see over here. Oh, Portugal's right on the top. Beautiful. So I get Portugal here. So we'll just flip to some Portugal. So the goalkeepers are Beto, Patricio, and Lopez. A lot of silvers here. Eduardo, silver again. Quaresma, Aurelio, Fernando, Mutino, Fernandez again, silver, another silver. Guedes. Is that Ronaldo? Is that like the Ronaldo guy? The Ronaldo guy? Is that him? Is that Ronaldo? The Ronaldo? Right? Did I miss anybody else? Did I miss any other guys I should know? I think that's the Ronaldo guy, right? Oh, offense 28. That has to be, right? That has to be Ronaldo, right? And Lake Effect says, for Soccer Blast, he made a 12-team league for the arena football variant of second season. Nice. Mo Salah is most famous on that team. Okay. I did not know him. He's still playing in Liverpool? Maybe. Oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, you went to 2 games in the 66 World Cup? Wow. That's pretty cool. Mongolia is ranked one. Okay, so that was a joke. Okay. Oh, we gave it away. His is arriving this week. Fantastic. You got to let me know. You got to let me know if you like it. Okay? I like it. I do. And good to see you, Glenn. Thanks for coming by. Mongolia then lost in the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifier to Timor-Leste. So qualifier, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of them either. And yes, to get the facts, I'm going to go over that. If you stick around just for a bit, I'm just going to rip through these teams, and I'll show you what I do with the facts. It's so good. The facts are great. They really are. And you're interested in the goalkeeper ratings. And Soccer Blaster, basically a guess. I had to use the fact that I'd seen the tournament myself, you know. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna slide. You gonna slide into my DMs? Is that what's going on here? The Ronaldo guy, like saying the Ruth guy. Who was the guy that I played in when I played the Spiders? And he was a Hall of Famer. And I went right by him. He come up to the plate and hit, and people were like, you don't know that guy? What was his name? Oh, I forget now. So, Guerrero, Fonte, Alves. Yeah, so I got to play some Portugal here so I can get Ronaldo on the table. So, Portugal will have to make it here on the table. Right? So, we got a Portugal match coming up here. All right, so now, we have, this is kind of neat. All right, so up next we have, isn't this the team that won it this year? Spain? I think Spain won it this year, so this is, 6 years ago? 8 years ago. So, I wonder how many of these guys you guys might know. Okay, well, it's on your bucket list. Well, if they do, you'll have to bring a soccer ball, you know. And Salah just left Liverpool. Okay. And his teeth are offside. I'm not sure what that means, but, you know, it's probably something like that. A World Cup game would be awesome to see. Yep. You saw North Korea in Portugal? Oof. When I was playing, let me just kind of zip through these Spain guys here, see if you guys know anybody. So the goalkeeper, Arrizabalaga, and then we have Rina and De Gea, and there's some other guys here. For Stone Cold Hockey, I actually made Japan and I don't know if it was North Korea or South Korea, and I just created a set of fictional teams, and I just kind of went by the book on how to create the teams and just roll dice. And one team was weak but had a great goalie. One team was good but had a weak goalie. It was kind of fun. I've played them a few times on the channel. So I'll have to pull them out again. But it was fun creating a team because they show you how to do it. If I create a fictional team, I suppose you could create an actual team as well. Alrighty, so what do we want to do here? We're going to go to Morocco. That's who's up next is Morocco. There's Morocco right there. So I got my envelope here. Well, again, a lot of teams in this set. Pepe. Okay, well, I saw Pepe here. So, okay, so you know Pepe, right? Eusebio scored 4. They won 5-3 at Goodison. He lived a mile away. That's pretty cool, you know. Yeah, I'll have some fun with Nacho. That I will. Back in '94, I went to Foxborough for Bolivia, South Korea. It was a lot of fun. 0-0. Yeah, Scotland was here, and people loved him. I made a 28-team international hockey teams after watching the Olympics this year with Stone Cold. It was a blast to play. Yep. Good stuff. The semifinal was supposed to be England and Portugal. We had tickets. They moved the game to Wembley. You got West Germany and Russia instead. But saw one greater goalkeeper of all time, Yashin, in Russia. Sounds like a good time. Let's take a look at Morocco here. So we have a Tanganoidi. I don't know how to say that. Boinu, and Munir. Boy, Morocco. I'm going to have a hard time if I do any Morocco guys, right? How did Morocco do, by the way? Morocco, not good. 0-1-2. They did not make the playoffs. So, we'll have to play them. Although I'm having a hard time, like, with the names here. Belhanda, okay. Arusi, Zayek, Buhaduz, El Kabi, and Nesiri, Butabe. I'm probably getting these wrong as heck. Sace. Yeah, but so, of course, well, they're countries. So, I mean, yeah, if I don't know how to speak the language very well, then I'm going to have a real hard time with some of these teams. Oh, boy. They got some controversy on this next team. But it is one of the reasons why I bought it, because I like to play some odd teams. Oh, boy. Iran. Iran is in the tournament, so and Iran did not do that well. 1-1-1, and they did not make the GR. So what's that one? Get out of the round. So they did not make it. They were near the top. They weren't that bad. There was a couple other teams that were 1-1-1, but they did not make it. So there must be some kind of a tiebreaker, you know. And yeah, Flock of Seagulls is playing, right? So here's our goalkeepers here. And then we had some of the other guys here. Boy, I'm going to have a hard time with these names, too. Yeah, the Middle Eastern names. I mean, the Canadian names and the Russian names, I'm good because I've been doing them for years. But holy cow. Wow. Gushanehad. Wow. Jahan Bakish. Maybe? Oh boy. Yeah. Good luck with that. So, I thought it'd be fun to play Iran, but holy cow. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. I'm just going to have to, call these guys nicknames. Again, no disrespect. Not making fun of names. It's just if I can't say it, it might be kind of fun to say something that I'm a little bit more familiar with, and we can have a good time with that. Let's see here. Okay. Next up, something fairly simple. Maybe. Francis. We have France up now. Yeah, Scott remembers him. Yep. Kuchabanajad. Yep. All right, let's see for France here. So we got Mandanda is a goalkeeper. And Lori, I'm going to say this Lori. Yep. Doliso. Oh, that guy played. How do you say that guy's name? Mape. They were talking. I know he played. That's a name I know. Offense 19. So either he's still playing or somebody with that name is playing. Pogba, Nzonzi, Lemar, Matuidi, Kante, Mbappe. Is that how you say that one? Mbappe. Gerard, Dembele, Fekir, Griezmann, Toivonen, Mendy, Hernandez, Umtiti. That's a great name. Titi, Sidibe, Kimpembe, Varane, Pavard. There we go. So that's the same guy, Mbappe. Okay. Mbappe. Golden boot. The golden boot in his last World Cup. Good to know. All right. Coming up next. What do we got here? Oh, there's a lot of guys in this team. Holy cow, this just keeps going and going and going. All righty. So, that's what we have here. Australia. If I can find their card here. There we are. All right. We have shrimp on the barbie here. You know I got to say that, right? Shrimp on the barbie. Let's see who's in the net. Vukovic. And Jones, simple enough, like that. And Ryan. Okay. I'm going to have to play some Australia. How did Australia do? You're asking me, how did Australia do? Australia. Let's see. Australia. How come I can't find Australia? Oh, there they are. 0-1-2. Group C, 0-1-2. So, yep, not too good for Australia, Dembele invisible in the semifinals. Mbappe. I'll see if I can remember that. So Austria, Cahill, Arzani, Cruz, Rojic, Jedinak, Troisi, Petratos, Irvine, Moo, Luongo. Did he play goal for the Panthers? Right, and the Canucks. Rukavica, something like that. Lecky, Jurek, Nabu, German, Sainsbury, Milligan, Risden, Meredith, Brilliant, Dejanic, and Behitch. One of the two. So there's a few people in here that we know, right? That's good, right? Oh, man. It's getting kind of crazy now. All right. So we're going to take a look at Peru. All right. So it's going to be Team Peru here. So, and I got them mixed up here because it didn't quite split nicely for me. Okay, so. All right, so now we have to do this. All right, thanks for coming by, Paul. Let me know what you think about a soccer game. I'm dying to know. All right, so, we need to get the Peru, right? The Peru thing over here. Oh, come on. Can we find Peru? No, we can't. There's a lot of teams here. And these envelopes are so big. I don't know why they made them so big. And Peru is... Oh, I can't find Peru. There it is. There's Peru. All right. It's just a matter of time that we found Peru. There we go. All right. Cavallo is the goalkeeper. Casida, goalkeeper. And Gillespie, right? Gillespie. Sounds good. So here's more Peru guys here. How did Peru do, you say? Peru do? Peru 1-0-2, so not that good. They did not make it. Some older players that just played will be in this set. Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Salah, Neymar should be on Brazil too. Okay. Alrighty, so here's some more guys for Peru. Guerrero and Polo. Is that Pele? Loyola, Araujo, Ramos, Abram, Aquino, Santa Maria. Oh, look at that, the Santa Maria. Here's the Nina and the Pinter as well. There we go. Good times. They are sailing right along, right? This Peru team. No one's going to catch them, right? No one's going to catch them. All right, so this other team here, they're not really known as a soccer powerhouse, I don't think. If they are, just let me know. But we're going to take a look at Denmark next. And how did Denmark do? 1-2-0. They made it to the playoffs. Denmark made it to the playoffs, and they got to... And then that was it. So they did not make it to the quarterfinals. So Denmark, they got into the playoffs, though. All right, that's good. Good stuff here as the 2018 World Cup makes its way. This is probably wrong. Renault, right? Schmeichel. Lascelles. Krondeli. Kvist. Schoen. That's probably like Shoney or something. Sisto, maybe. Delaney. Eriksson. Larager. Fisher. Cornelius. Planet of the Apes. Where's Al when you need him? Dolberg. Brathwaite. Poulsen. Some of these guys play NHL, like the Denmark guys, so some of the names are kind of familiar. Jair, maybe? Knudsen, Christensen, Larson, easy enough. Dalsgaard, Vestergaard, and Jorgensen. Nice. So that is your Team Denmark, if you will, as we roll right along through our 2018 World Cup set that just arrived. In fact, I was out walking. If you saw the walking video, I was out walking and I had to go flag down the mailman. And I said, "Hey, you got anything from my house?" And he's like, "Nope." So I said, "Oh, it must be coming UPS." And so, because sometimes they'll leave it, sometimes they won't. So I says, "You got to leave this one here. It's very important." All right, so who do we have here? We have a team called Argentina. And so Argentina, they're usually pretty good, right? 1-1-1, Argentina. And they got bumped in the first round. So Argentina did not do that good, right? Let's see. So now we have a Caballero, right? Armani. He make some suits, this guy, Armani? And then Guzman. All right. So Meza, Lo Celso, Salvio, Lanzini, Biglia, Banega, Mascherano, Acuna, Aguero, Dybala. It's probably like Dybala, right? Pavone, Di Maria, Higuain. Is that the guy Messi there? Offense 39. Yeah, that's the Messi guy, right? Is that the Messi guy? He's very messy. That's the Messi guy. So, alrighty. So we need to get Argentina. What was the other team? Portugal that had who was the other guy? Ronaldo? Was that Portugal? I think it was. Tagliafico, Rojo, Insaldi, Mercado, Fazio, and then Otamendi. So Argentina. I'm trying to think who that other guy, the Ronaldo guy. What was he on again? I don't remember. Oh, this is gonna be my favorite team next. This is why I bought this set, just for this team. Really. Okay. So here it is. The team you've been waiting for. Iceland. That's right. You guys wanted Iceland, and you got Iceland. Oh, man. So I dropped an envelope now. Anything else want to drop here tonight? Alrighty. So, what does Iceland do now? Let's see who's on Iceland, you know? Sean wants to go watch the EPL live. I call it the EPHL. All right, Skram, the goaltender from Iceland. Skram. Halldorsen also plays some net for Iceland. Ronasen is another goaltender. Gislason. Wait, Jill Lasson. Gislason. Traustason. Fridjonsson. Helfridsson. Skolason. Barasson. Gunnarsson. Sigurdsson. Everyone's a son. Good morning, son. Sigmund and the Sea Monster's son. Grandma's son. Bodvar's son. Finnaboga's son. Keith Magnus' son. Arne's son. Sigurd's son. Elf Jolf's son. Skula's son. Igna's son and Sever's son. Everyone's a son in Iceland. You know Iceland's going to be on this table. Oh my gosh, I love Team Iceland. Skål Iceland, yeah. That is great. Ice, baby. I can't wait to play Iceland. That's why I bought this set. I was looking at all the sets and I was like, not that they had a ton of them, but I says I will definitely play Iceland. And Iceland, they were winless. Sadly, Iceland was 0-1-2. They did get a draw. So Come on, Iceland. Iceland is the winner here tonight, right? It has to be. Iceland has to be the winner. There's no other way around it. Iceland is the winner. Oh, until I get to this next team that's coming up. All right, so we have Croatia now. Oh boy, I'm not gonna do very good to Croatia. You know. Oh man. You guys like that one? I was only kidding. And then all of a sudden, everybody was Magnusson and Magnuson. Oh my gosh, good times here, right? This is what we do. We have a good time. So there's our goaltender Kalinick and Subasic and Broderick. Oh, everything's going to be an ick, right? Kovacic. Here we go. Brazovic. Everyone's an ick. Modric. Oh, that guy's not. He's off the team. Bedelic. Rakitic. Perisic. Oh, that guy's off the team. Bianca here. Rebic's on the team. Kramaric here's. Mandusa kicks on the team. Oh, that guy's off the team. Korluka, I don't know. Vida, I'm not sure. Pivarik, he's on the team. Kelakekar, Stranik's on the team. And Versa Largo, Ko, I don't know, and then Lovren. Wow, a lot of X on Croatia. That's great. Modric's still playing at 40 and still a great player, says Gus. Alrighty. That's pretty good. That's another good team. Croatia was another fun team here. When I get to Modric, he's still playing. So Modric was on there. Everybody. Yeah, Iceland and Croatia, game one, Glenn, you think? Oh, it's the Suns and the Vicks, right? Or the Icks. Oh, my gosh. That was great. Let's see here. Now, oh, boy. Oh, this is going to be tough. I don't even know if I want to venture a guess on that team there. Holy cow. So Nigeria. How did Nigeria do, you might ask? Nigeria, 1-0-2. They did win, but they lost 2, and they did not qualify. So they were out. Oh, boy. I don't even know if I want to. Oh, this might not be too bad here. So the goalkeeper, Uzoho, Akpeyi, and then Ezinwa, Ogu, Abdullahi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Onazi, Obina, Iwobi, Moses, let's call him Moses, Ndidi, Musa, Nacho, Nwanko, Ogenekaro, okay, Ogalo, Ubwehi, okay, Echinjili, I don't know, Amaruho, Balagoon, Awazim, Trustakong, and Idowo. Not too bad, right? Not as bad as some of the ones I had no idea. Like, no idea at all. All right, so we're going to move on to this team. Now, let's see. Okay. Brazil. All right, so we're running out of teams here, but we're doing all right. Okay. So, Brazil, we have this guy tells the time, Casio, right? And then Edison is another goaltender. And then Allison, right? There we go. That's our goaltenders. And Fred. That's such a cool name, Fred. Of all these names here, we got a Fred. It's probably like Freed or something like that. Fred. William. Okay. Paulinho. Augusto. Yeah, it's going to be fun playing this. That's what I noticed is like when I played that World Cup teams the other day, I was like, oh, I'm having a hard time with these names. But I don't know. We'll just have a good time with it, I guess. That was taking me more time actually than playing the game, was calling out the player's name and trying to figure it out, you know. Jojo Shabadu. Coutinho. Casemiro. This is Brazil. Ferdinand. Frida, Costa, Jesus, Neymar, Roberto Firmino, Danilo, Kasmirski, Doromo, Silva, Marquinhos, Marcelo, Fener, and Miranda. Here we go. Here we go. I didn't see Ronald in there. He might be. Oh, here's another one. Here's another team. Oh, Brazil, by the way, for those asking. Brazil. Oh, they finished at the top in their division. 3-2. And they get into the quarterfinals. So they were... they didn't make the final four, but they did win a game in the playoffs, so that ain't too bad, right? Need to watch the Key and Peel College All-Star Game player introductions. I might have to, right? Alrighty, so up next, we have Switzerland, another soccer hotbed, right? Switzerland. There we go. Here's Switzerland. Let's see who we have now. Let's see who the Swiss got. Oh boy. In net, what would that be? Vogo, Sommer, and Berkey are the goaltenders. Fernandez, Zuber, Barami, Zamali, Zakaria, Foulet, Shakari, Haka, Dermick, Gavranovic, Seferovic, Embolo, Lang, Akanji, Tajuro, Lichtsteiner, Mubanje, Shka, Elvidi, and Rodriguez. Not too bad, but not that good either, you know. So that would be your Swiss team. Alrighty. Okay, now who is up next? Alrighty. Now, have you guys seen Jurassic Park? Well, we are going to Costa Rica, right? Costa Rica. So let's see if what was the name of the guy? He had the park. Oh, what was the name of the guy? The park there. Hammond Enterprises or something. Let's see what they got. Costa Rica here. Morera is a goalkeeper, and Pemberton is a goalkeeper. Navas is a goalkeeper. And now, as a FIFA, Ruiz, Tejeda, not too bad. Wallace, Guzman, Borges, Campbell, Colindres, Venegas, Bolanos, Urina, Gamboa, Smith, nice and easy, Margarita, Duarte, Acosta, Gonzalez, Waston, Calvo, and Oviedo for Costa Rica. Okay. Now, if you want to know how Costa Rica did, Costa Rica, oh no, 0-1-2. Not that good. 0-1-2. Oh, well, bummer. Bummer for Costa Rica. Okay, oh boy, this is going to be another tough one here. Another tough one. Oh, I pulled that one right out, right on the man. Okay. This one's going to be Serbia. So let's see how... Oh, Serbia, by the way. Serbia 1-0-2 did not make the cut. Did not make the cut. So, let's see how it goes here. So, in net, Rakovic. Stajovic. Mitrovic. Grujic. Kostic. Here we go again. Savic. Tadic. Milivojevic. Matic. Radonjic. Jovic. Zivkovic. Prijovic. Lajic. Rodic. Tosic. Bilokovic. Rukavina, he's off the team. Mitrovic. Spajic, Ivanovic, Velkovic, Kolarov off the team. So that is your Serbia team. Alrighty. Sounds like they stole a lot of guys from that Iceland team, you know. Yeah, there is a common theme there. You're exactly right. Alrighty. So almost done here. I've already got a couple of matches in mind, by the way. So now we're going to go to Germany to see the Germans. There we go. All right, let me get my my drink here. Almost threw my ginger ale. Now, this was actually funner than going to work, let me tell you. Even though I didn't make any money tonight. Serbia and Croatia, yeah, all the icks. All right, Dua, Traub, Ter Stegen, Gundogan, Rudy, Draxler, Goretzky, Ozil, Kadira, Kroos, Rose, Gomez, Müller, Brandt, Werner, Boateng, Sul, Hector, Rudiger, Hummels, Kimmich, Plattenhardt, Ginter. That's going to be your Germany team right there, right? Mueller. Was that like Bueller? Was it Mueller? Probably was Mueller. Alrighty, so let's go now to... Oh, here's another team. Here, let's take a look at this team here. Way down in Mexico. All right? Let's see how Mexico did. Mexico, they should be good, right? Yeah, they were 2-0-1. They made the playoffs. And they got bounced. They only got the first round. They got bounced. One and done. Two teams out of the U.S. that I know. Yeah. There's a lot of teams here. There's probably a few I could find. All right, so for Mexico, we have Ochoa in the net, Talavera in the net, and Corona. Oh, how about that? Jesus Corona. Fabian. Yep. Gutierrez, Aquino, Dos Santos, Guardado, Herrera. Is that like a friend, Herrera? Jimenez, Dos Santos, Lozano, Hernandez, Corona, Vela, Moreno, Marquez, Reyes, Leon, Alvarez, Salcido, and Ayala. Yep, not too bad for Mexico, right? Not too bad. Not too bad. I like the idea you had with the MLS teams of making some teams out of the areas that they play out of. I thought that was a pretty good idea. All righty. Well, here we go again. We're going to take a look at Sweden. Right? Let's take a look at Sweden. And let's see how bad that is. I mean, could it be any worse than some of the names I've been getting here? Having a hard time with these names here. Doing my best. All right. Nordfeldt. It's like Nordberg. He's going to be in the net. Olsen's in the net. And then Johnson's in the net. All right. So Ekdal, Dermaz, Hiljemark, Forsberg, easy enough. Roden, Claesson, Svensson, Larson, Berg, Toivonen, Guidetti, Talon, Kraft, Lindelof, Lustig, Helander, Granqvist, Augustinsson, Olsen, and Johnson. Oh, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Sweden wasn't too bad. Got a lot of hockey names on that one there. So that was kind of easy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. The next one. I don't know, man. Alrighty. So here we go. South Korea. South Korea. Let's see what we can do with South Korea. So we have in the net Hyun Woo and Jin Hyun. I don't know how to say that. Sungyu, Sejong, Min Woo, Jai Sung, Woo Young, Sung Young, Cha Cho, Sung Woo, Seon Min, Shin Wook, Hee Chan, Hyung Min, Young Sun, Ban Suk, Johan, Young Gwon, Chu, Juhu. Juhu is defender. And Lee Young, Sung Hyun, and Hyun Soo. Okay. Not too bad for South Korea, I don't think. Alrighty, last few teams coming up here. Alrighty, so here we go. So we have Belgium now. And there's the envelope right there. Not many envelopes left, so it's nice and easy to find. Alrighty, so let's see what we got going on here. Casteels for Belgium in the net. Courtois. I'm not sure how I would say that. Courtois. Fellaini. And then Den Donker. And Carrasco. Witzel. Tielemans. Januzaj. Dembele. Hazard. De Bruyne. Caldi. Batshuayi. Hazard. Lukaku, Mertens, Boyata, Vermaelen, Alderweireld, Munier, Kompany, and Vertonghen. Thing is, when I look at the long names, I can't see the end of them. So I have to move my head to see the rest of it. So I just can't see it in one felt swoop. Yeah, such is my life. So who's coming up next? All right, here we go. Panama. All right, let's see who Panama has. Right? All right, let's see what we got for Panama. Courtois, is that how you say it? Courtois is an amazing goalie. All right, in the net, Rodriguez, Calderon, and Pinedo. Easy enough. Quintero, Rodriguez, Pimentel. We got a guy that plays in my league, Pimentel. Cooper, Gomez, Bacenas, Godoy, Arroyo, Diaz, simple enough. Tejada. All right, got some baseball names here. Perez, Torres, Escobar, Davis, Ovali, Baloy, Murillo, Cummings, Torres, and Machado. Yeah, some of the baseball names here weren't too bad. Alrighty, we're down to the last few teams here. Let's see if we can finish on a high note. Alrighty, so up next we have Tunisia. Bless you. All right, so there's Tunisia. Now, how did Panama should have done well, right? Panama, no, they were bad. They were 0-3, 3 losses. And Tunisia, I see Tunisia on here. Oh, 1-0-2. They did not make it either. So, a lot of teams that did not do too well, you know. All right, so Tunisia now. Let's see how they do. Mustafa, goaltender. All righty. And Methluthi and Hassan, the goaltenders. Amor, Chalali, Sassy, Badri, Quayo, something like that. Skiri, Youssef, Khalil, Khalifa, Sarafi, Kazari, oh, yeah, something like that. Sleety, Benaluan, Naguez, Malul, Bedu, Bedoui, Mariah, Braun, Youssef, and Haddad. Yeah, there's a few tricky ones in there. Few tricky ones. All right, this next one should be fairly simple. Who's coming up? Who's coming up here? Okay. We got England. How did England do? England 2-0-1. And they got to... Oh, they got to the Final Four. So they finished fourth. So England did pretty well. So they should have some good ratings. This is some good crispy duck here for England, right? All right, so here's England now. Let's take a look at England, right? Pickford and Butland, Lingard. They should be Loftus-Cheek, Henderson, right? Young, Sterling, Delali, Welbeck, Rashford, Kane, Vardy, Rose, Stones, Alexander-Arnold, Trippier, Delph, Jones, Cahill, Walker, Deere, and Maguire. So that would be England. So they that should be a good team if they got the fourth place, right? So, and all right. So what do we got here? We have. Okay, so we have now Poland. Poland is up. And let's see what the Poles can do. Harry Kane. You've heard of Harry Kane? Okay, cool. Oh, boy. Who's that? Szczesny in the net. And Fabianski. And Bielkowski. Pesko. Kurzawa. Goralski. Blaziskowski. Zelinski. Krychowiak. Linetti. Teodorczyk. Malik. Konauki. Grosicki. Lewandowski. Pazdan. Ribas. Jerzer. Jedrzejczyk. Oh boy. Wow, there's a lot of vowels there. Or consonants. One of the two. Both. Jedrzejczyk. Wow, forget it. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Bednarek, he's not going to play, by the way. Sionik, Pizezik, Berenzinski, and Glick. Yeah, that I could not get that one. That was just beyond me. And, you know, sometimes when I get these kids at the rink and they have a name like that, and I say, how do you say your name? And they say it, I'm just like, no. I'll never pronounce it like you just pronounced it, you know. Just ain't going to happen. And it's and they're like, oh, that's good. Just call me this. I'm like, that sounds better. I'm going to call you that because there's no way I'm going to pronounce that out however you said it. That's not going to happen, you know. He stays on the bench, yeah. It was, yeah, some of these kids' names are just like, wow. It's like, you know, in your own country, it sounds, you can say, like, you know, like, well, I'll never say it like that, you know. All right, we got Senegal. Let's see how Senegal looks here. How did Senegal do, you might ask? In 2018, Senegal 1-1-1. So they were in Group H, and they were 1-1-1. So they were with Colombia, Japan, and Poland. And they had a hard time. So, yeah, Senegal did not make it. So, let's see. Oh, Diallo, right? We knew Diallo from our game the other day. We had a Diallo on the table. I wonder if it's the same guy. Ndiaye, Gomes, so, another Ndiaye, Ndoyle, Kouyaté, Sakho, So, Kita, Niang, Tsar, Main, Kanate, Diouf, Boji. Oh, would that be like the Mbappe? So, Maboji, something like that. Maboji. What? How do you say that? Like Mbappe? Is that what the other one was? Mbappe. Mabenge, Wegu, Kasama, Sani, Sabali, and Kulabali. Sometimes you look at names and they don't pronounce as you think they should. So you don't say them as it looks because it's not an American name. In Senegal, we says Senegal was 1-1-1. They did not make it. Alrighty, so I think we got 2 teams left. 2 teams left. Alrighty, and here is one of them. This should be a good team, right? Colombia. Roll on, Colombia. Colombia. Yep, 2-0-1. Finished first in their division. And Colombia, well, they did they make it? Yeah. They made it here, but they didn't get any further. So yeah, that was that for them. So they finished first in their division, but didn't get much further than that. So I can't see what is it. I don't know what that little icon is that's in there. Lake Effects. It's Mum. I don't know what that symbol is. Mumbai. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Somebody else posted that too, and I don't know what that little drum means. Drumme? I don't know. All right, so Colombia, Ospina is in the nets, and then Vargas and Cuadrado. You wonder why they had 3. I wonder how many goalies they play. Mbappe. Okay. I didn't look at that as a bop, Yeah, it come out as a symbol. I don't know what that is. Uribe, Quintero, Aguila, Cuadrado, Rodriguez, Barrios, Lerma, Sanchez, Borja, Muriel, Izquierdo, Flaqueo, Baca, Arias, Zapata, Sanchez, Mina, Murillo, Mojica, and Fabra. So there we go. All right, so Mbappe. Okay, Mbappe. I'll try to remember that. All right, one last team. And I thought I had my Godzilla shirt. I have my Nightwish shirt on. I thought I had Godzilla on. But it is Japan. It is Japan. And this will finish up. I didn't expect to go this long, but I'm having fun going through the new cards. It's always fun when you go through new cards. So you got to do that here. So it is Japan. So we'll see how it's going to be. That emoji misinformation me the most horribly hilarious thing ever on YouTube chats. I didn't know what it was, And Zapata's good for Colombia. Okay. So you guys know your soccer stuff here. All right. So Kawashima is in the net. I got to play Japan. I love the Japan names. I do. Again, growing up Godzilla fan, Sarazawa and, Okinawa and all that stuff here. Higashiguchi is in the net, and Nakamura is going to be in the net. Then we have Honda and Shibasaki and Kagawa, Hasibe, Oshima, Inui, Yamaguchi, Haraguchi, Usami, Okazaki, Muto, Osako, Nagatomo, Yoshida, Sakai, Uda, Endo, Sakai, Makino, and Soji. So, look up Amos Nippon. Okay, might have to do that. Nakamura was a good kicker. He kicked. All right, he kicked AJ Styles. Was that wrestling? Is that wrestling? Well, there it is. There it is. You can see on the table here. Let me zoom out. There it is. There's my set here. 2018 World Cup of Soccer on the channel. All 32 teams. We flipped through them all. We did our best with the names. No disrespect to anybody. I did my best. And if I didn't know it, then I had to wing it. But this is going to be fun. I can't wait to play like Iceland. I want to play Iceland so bad. I want to play Iceland so bad. So this was the unboxing tonight. I thank you for coming by and checking this out. Again, on a rare night off, and they all fit in the box. So nice. It's so nice. Right? Here we go. And as long as I can keep the puppy from making them wet, then it'll be good. So there we go. There's my set here. And then my other set is the 2001 MLS season. So that is that. And then I have, again, the other part of the unboxing was these here. And I'll do a quick look. I said I would show you these real quick, so I will. These things are wrapped so tight. It's like trying to unwrap you ever go to like a little restaurant and they have the individual cookies wrapped and you can never open them? That's what these feel like. It's like, man, I'm going to break the cookie trying to get this thing open. So these are two more sets of cards, and I highly recommend, if you're going to play APBA Soccer, get these, and I'll show you why. Okay, so they're just exactly the same, Now, let me zoom right in here. So, there we go. All right, so you can see the cards here. Now, see how they're 11, 12, 13, 14. So, and then they're going to probably count back down, 66, 65, 64, 63. So, what you have is you have dice rolls here, 11 to 66. And then 66 back all the way down to, I would imagine, 11 at the bottom there, right? So you shuffle these up. So you have dice rolls if you want. I'm not 100% sure. These might be dice rolls too. So like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Back to a 3 and a 4. 5, 6, and 7, 8. So I seen an 8. 8, 9. Is that a 8, 9? 10. Is that identification rules? Would that be player IDs? I'm not sure what. Oh no, I do have an 11 in there. So maybe that's a player. But I have player IDs here. I don't know what that number is. I'll have to take a look at the fast action card. Let me look real quick here. So, because it tells you what it is on there, I think. And the only other thing I need is this chart here. This has the goalie chart and the defensive chart. And aside from that, everything's on the fast action cards. So let me see here. Some of the 2 dice. The smaller black number in the upper left corner is the sum of 2 dice. An extra set of numbers is in the bottom. You can alternate use at the top and the bottom. I don't know what the single numbers are. Maybe that's the sum. Oh yeah, okay. That makes sense. So so I think what it means is that, so this is your 11 to 66, and this must be if you're just adding up from, if you're just combining them, so that's a 6 and a 6. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you roll snake eyes, it's a 2. 1, 2 is a 3. 6, 5 is an 11. Okay, so that's all it is. So it's the number, and then it adds it up for you. I should have picked up on that, but I didn't, So that's just this number added together. So for some reason, there are sometimes you need a a 2 to 12 roll. So I guess that would be it if you wanted to. But anyway, so what I do is anytime there's the ball goes into play, so you start off with a kickoff, so the kickoff goes into D, so that's one card. You flip the next card, right? And who gets it in D? Well, it's going to be number 1. Then you roll on his card, and you see what happens. And if it's if it's a loose ball, then you come over here and the high team gets it or the low team gets it, and there's a chart for that. And there's 4 different columns. So basically, you look at the team rating. If they're the same, each team's rating is a 3, then you go to column 0, which is a 50-50. If one team's a 3 and one team's a 2, well, now you go to column 1 because there's a 1 difference, and the higher team has a few more chances. All the way down to 4, which basically on a 11 to 66 roll, 63, 64, and 65 is the only way the lower team's going to get it. So that's why I use this chart here to help me find loose balls when you're not supposed to. But everything is here. You kick off, your goal kicks, your throw-ins, goal kick outlets, indirect kicks, your direct kicks. It tells you what section they go in, if you get a shot on goal or just a shot. Corner kicks the same way. It tells you how they're rated. So the corner kick player is rated A, B, or C. So 90% of the charts are right here. The only thing that is not, it's the defense and the goaltender save chart, and then the optional if you want to pass it to your teammate chart. That's not in there either. But this weeds out so much of the charts and rolling of the dice. It's really great. So again, so kickoff is D. You'd flip a card. In D, it's number 1. So, Ronaldo gets it. Roll in a Ronaldo card. He's in D. Take a shot. Okay. If it's you roll to see if it's in range. If it misses, then you go here. It's shots wide. It's going to be a goal kick. It's great. Everything's right here. A missed shot. It's going to be the goalie makes the play, and he's going to goal kick or outlet. This is deflected off of somebody. It's going to be a corner kick. Everything is right here off the cards that you need. Your throw-ins are here. Your direct kicks are here. Everything is right here. Your player ID is here. So, it's a foul. Who committed the foul? Well, player 9. So you go to the 9th ranked guy that commits a foul. He gets it. So I get 2 of these here, right? 2 of these decks, and now I have 4. And you rip through them pretty quick because this is how the game goes. So let me zoom on this. So you're playing the game, right? And it's okay, here's the kickoff. It goes to D. Messi gets it out of bounds. Indirect kick to C. Who's going to get it in C? It's going to be 8. You roll on 8's card. He's fouled. Who gets the foul here? It's going to be number 1. All right, direct kick. Direct kick's going to go. If I'm in zone X, it's going to go down to B. Okay, so B's got it. I like to see who gets the ball in B, but you don't have to. You can give it to the team. Who's going to get it in B? It's going to be 6. 6, you roll off of his card. What's it going to be? It's going to be a defensive check. Defensive check, okay, says that's when you need to go to the chart. Defensive check. You go to the defensive chart, which I had printed out over here, and it says it's headed into D. So you check the loose ball chart, right? Figuring out which team had the higher advantage, if they're the same or one team's better. And you see how it says LLLHH. So it's the lower ranked team or the higher ranked team, depending on the difference. So if there's a 2 difference between the two, actually the low team wins it here. So the lower team would get it. They'd get the ball, flip. Okay, what zone am I in? Okay, if it's the defense, it's X. If it's the offense, it's D because they were in D. All right, so 8 gets it. Roll off of his card. Okay, he passes it into, whatever, And that's how these things work here. They just, you rip through these cards in a hurry. So that's why you want to have a lot of them here. So that is that. And so I got more decks of cards. I got some more seasons here. And just been a fun night here, I think, on the channel. I should have been working tonight. I should have been doing this after I worked tonight, but I just couldn't tell with that weather coming in. And I've been just screwed so many times with the rain. So that is that, folks. Thanks for coming by. I think this was kind of fun, a very different unboxing, as we got some soccer, some MLS soccer, and some World Cup soccer. So now I have so many things. I have so many things to play now. So, it's going to be a fun time, one way or another. I need to get back to all my other projects. I got a baseball project going on. I got a football project going on. Oh man, yeah. So, I'm going to probably play some of this offline because as much fun as it is playing, and having you guys there, it is much faster without the camera because I could just kind of play and not have to worry about it. It goes faster sometimes. Because sometimes if I don't have the camera on, then I kind of get up and walk around and I don't focus as much. So sometimes the camera helps me focus. And stay on target with my game so I can get it done. And other times it's kind of fun just to set it up and not have to worry about it. And then I can just post my results like everybody else. So anyway, but thanks for coming by. Yeah, that was kind of fun. I thought we had a good time here tonight. Just kind of doing our thing here. And yeah, it was great. It was great seeing you guys here. Know some of the names and help me out. I went right by Lawless. I was like, oh my gosh, I missed Alexi Lawless, the one guy I would know, because I think he played in New England in '94 or '95. And why I know that is that that was before the internet really was getting big, and somehow I was talking to a guy in the Midwest on email or something, and this is like before web pages and stuff. And he said he was trying to produce not a newspaper, not a newsletter, but a little printed booklet there with sports stuff. And he sent me a bunch of them. He says, see if you can sell them, and just give me the money if you can sell them. And they were only $2 or $3. But back then that was the thing. You didn't have the web like it was. And I remember on the front cover, it was like, "Can Alexi Lawless save soccer?" And he was on New England, I think, at the time when this guy did this. Must have been '94 that he was doing this. And he goes, "Oh, I put everything I had into making this thing." I'm like, "Oh man, I don't know, man. It's fun to read, but I don't know if I'd want to, hate to say it, so wouldn't want to pay for it." So, I don't know if I sold any of them or not. If I did, I did send him money. I didn't screw him out of anything there, but I mean, no one wanted to buy it, That's what it was. Nobody really wanted to buy it. But that's how the 90s were with some of the stuff. But that's how I remember Alexi Lawless. So, alrighty. So we got to have Iceland. We got to have Sweden. We got to have some of these teams on the channel. It's just some of those names were too good not to have. And, of course, we got to have Ronaldo and whoever the other guy was. Ronaldo, was it Messi and Ronaldo? Or Ronaldo was what? Portugal. And the other guy wasn't Spain. Brazil, maybe? Argentina? I forget now. Again, I don't follow it that much, but I do know some of the names. But anyway. All right. Thanks for coming by. This was a long unboxing. I didn't expect it to be this long, but we were having a good time. So that was that. Fun night here on the channel, I hope. We'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.